Hey everyone, welcome to this Gusto Payroll Beginner's Guide, a step-by-step walkthrough to help you feel confident using Gusto to manage payroll. And before we jump in, if you haven't signed up for Gusto yet, use the link down below to sign up. Once you run your first payroll, Gusto will send $100 straight back to you. First off, what is Gusto? Gusto is an all-in-one platform that simplifies payroll, benefits, and HR for small to mid-sized businesses. Whether you're paying employees or contractors, handling tax filings, or onboarding new hires, Gusto makes it easy and stress-free. Before we begin the sign-up process, let's take a look at the pricing options. So as you can see here, Gusto has 3 main plans, and then just down here, it's got another plan called the contractor-only plan. But these are the 3 main plans available. So you've got the simple plan, the plus plan, and the premium plan. So as you can see here, the simple plan is for small businesses needing basic payroll, and it costs $49 per month, plus $6 per month per person. So down here are the details. You can just look at the details down here to see if it's your business needs. Then here you've got the plus plan, which is 25% off for the first 3 months. Okay, so it costs $60 per month, that's with a discount, plus $9 per month per person. And down here you've got some plans, so it's got everything in the simple plan plus other interesting features. Then here, just like the plus plan, you get a 25% discount for the first 3 months. So this is the premium plan. It costs $135 per month plus $16.5 per month per person. And down here are the details, everything in the plus plan plus some other additional features. So these are the pricing options available, so it all depends on what fits your business needs. All right, now let's carry on. To sign up, you're gonna have to scroll down here. Then you find an option to create an account. Here we are on the sign up page. Here's where you create your free account. As you can see here, you've got 2 options. If you want to take the quick and easy route, you can just sign up with Google, or you can manually enter your details. You're going to need your first name, last name, work email, company name, number of employees, company phone number. Once you're done entering your details, just click create account and carry on. As soon as you create an account, an email is going to be sent to your inbox. So all you need to do is verify your email. So just going to verify this one. Just click here. Now you're going to have to create your company's profile. And in order to do that, you're going to have to answer a couple of questions. So here's the first question. Who is your company planning to pay? You've got several options here. You've got myself. You can select this option if you don't have any employees yet. The next one is employees in the US. So people you employ directly who live in the US. Next, non-US employees. For this option, just remember that Gusto's functionality may be limited for non-US employees. Then next you've got contractors in the US. So people or businesses you work with who are under contract for a specific project who live in the US. Then you've got contractors who don't live in the US. And next you've got vendors. So you're going to have to select the option that applies to your business. For this tutorial, let's go with myself and contractors in the US. Once you've made your selections, you can click continue and carry on. The next question here is, how does your company currently run payroll? You've got 3 options here. When new to running payroll. Now, if this is your first time handling payroll and you're not coming from another system, maybe you don't need to migrate from another system, this is the one to go with. We use another online payroll software. Now, this is for businesses that are migrating from somewhere else. So selecting this option will help Gusto understand that you may need to import data or transition information. And this last option here, which says we do it ourselves manually, is for those who calculate everything manually. All right, it depends on your business. So let's just go with we're new to running payroll. Let's carry on with this. Now you're being asked a very important question. Is your company registered as an employer with the IRS? Now this is especially important because you're going to need your federal EIN, which is short for Employer Identification Number, if you're going to be running payroll. And of course, that's the main feature Gusto has. So you need your EIN if you would need to run payroll, or in order to run payroll. Now, if you don't have one yet, you can register with the IRS. It's what the IRS uses to identify your company when it comes to taxes and payroll. So let's select no for now and carry on. Now you just need to include the state or states where you work. So here's the next question. Do you have an accountant or bookkeeper helping your business? Now, Gusto gives you the option of adding an accountant to your account, which can be super helpful if you want someone else to handle the numbers, sync your books, or just keep an eye on things like tax filings and payroll reports. So for the first option here, you can select this if you've got an external accounting or bookkeeping service. Next, if you've got an in-house accountant or bookkeeper, you can select this option. If you don't have any of them, you can just select no, I don't. So this option is for those managing things themselves. So let's go with this one. Now you'll need to include your industry. So just select the industry that best matches your business. And you've also got the option of adding your company's website. If you've got a website, you can just add it here. All right, so you select your industry, and then down here, you're going to be asked if your business is cannabis related. That's because cannabis related businesses are required to use specific banks for payroll. So we're going to select no. Then down here, you can add your company's website. It's actually optional. So if you don't have a website, you can simply just skip this. So let's carry on. Next, Gusto asks, does anyone in your company need to track hours worked or create hourly schedules? So you've got two options, yes or no. If you've got hourly employees or team members who clock in and out, you can select yes, so Gusto can help you manage time tracking and scheduling. But if your team is salaried or you don't need these features, you could just go ahead and select no. So let's go with yes and carry on. Next question is, do you want a 401k retirement plan for yourself? 401k plans are a great way to save for retirement. They offer tax advantages by reducing your taxable income and helping you build long-term savings. You've got three options here. Yes, if you'd like to set it up. Not yet, but I'm interested. If you want to explore it later. Then no, if you're not interested at all. So let's just go with this one. Not yet, but I'm interested. Now, Gusto would like to find out what your desired first payday is. If you're not exactly sure, no worries. Just go ahead and give an estimated date. This helps Gusto plan your setup timeline. And the good news, you can always change this later if your plans shift. So just pick a date that works best for your team. So let's just select a date. Based on the answers you gave while creating your profile, Gusto's going to recommend a package to you. Gusto's recommending the simple plan to you now, but if you'd like to change it, you can just come here and edit it and select a plan that fits your business needs. Yeah, this is basically it. So down here, you can see that you don't need to pay anything to start, and you don't even need to enter your credit card details. And then down here, here's a small note. After your first payday, you'll be billed at the beginning of each month for the previous month's service. You can modify your package or cancel at any time. To begin, we'll select Start with this package. Alright, now that we've covered the basics, there are a few more important steps to complete your Gusto account setup. So here you can see the steps listed out to you. So Gusto just gives you a couple of steps to follow to make the process easy. Here you can see add another admin, addresses, federal tax info, filing address, bank account, pay schedule, and signatory. So let's begin with add another admin. So if someone else in your business needs access to payroll or settings, you can add another admin. This could be a co-founder, team member, or even your accountant. So you can easily do that here. So if you'd like to add another admin, you select yes. Then down here, you'll be required to provide their first name, last name, and an email. This will invite them to your organization. So just make sure everything's correct so you don't invite the wrong person. And if you also plan to pay them with Gusto, you can select yes. If you don't, you select no. So that's for adding another admin. And of course, if you wouldn't want that, you can just select not right now and then continue. For the next step, you'll need to add your company's address. So your company phone number already populates here. And down here, you can see that you've got the option of adding your mailing address. So you just need to add your street, city, state, zip number, or zip code, then your company phone number. You can see that you can provide a physical address or a mailing address. But just bear in mind that you're still going to need a physical address. So Gusto requires that you have a physical address, okay? Once you're done entering your details, you select Save. Then we go to the next step, which is adding your federal tax info. And that brings us back to your EIN, which is your employer identification number. This is just like your business's social security number. So it's how the government knows you're you. And so this is very important. So if you don't have it yet, you're going to have to register with the IRS. Or if you do, you can select this option and then just fill in all your details. Now, this is the address the IRS and other tax agencies will use for any official tax documents or correspondence related to your business. Make sure it's accurate and up to date. It can be the same as your business address or a different one if you file from somewhere else. Okay, so just ensure that you add the right filing address. So you just come here and then fill out these details. Once you're done, you select Save. Now it's time to add your company's bank account. Gusto will use this account to pay wages, taxes, and your monthly Gusto fee, but don't worry, you won't be charged until after you run your first payroll. Then next you've got your pay schedule. Now this is where you set up your pay schedule, which is how often you'd like to pay your team members or your employees. Gusto gives you a few options like weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. So this is what's being recommended here. Paying every other Friday, so employees are paid every other week on the same weekday. So this is just a recommendation. You can choose to change this. You can see the first pay date and an option to edit your pay schedule. Then here it helps you to just visualize everything. And then the last step you need to complete is adding your signatory. Okay, so the company's signatory is responsible for e-signing all government forms that Gusto creates. As the company owner, you are the company's signatory, or you could choose to appoint someone else. You can see that your name auto-populates here, but you can choose to appoint someone else if another person in your team is responsible for this. You're going to have to add their details or your details depending on whom you choose. All right, and you're going to need your social security number. If you don't have one, there's an option to select this. Then down here, you're going to have to add your address and all of that. All right, so those are the steps you need to complete. But if you're not ready to complete all of this now, you can just set up timeline and you go straight to the dashboard. But of course, you need to complete these steps before you can run payroll, of course. But here you can see people on your left menu. You can manage the affairs of your team members. You can see active, onboarding, offboarding, dismiss, some interesting filters to help you organize everything. So feel free to explore the dashboard and complete these steps to run payroll. I hope you found this useful. And remember, if you haven't signed up for Gusto yet, use the link down below to sign up. Once you run your first payroll, Gusto will send $100 back to you. Thank you very much for watching.